Yo, real talk, I'm watching that video and where I said, I told you so, and I'm like, damn, bitch, you didn't tell me nothing. What's good, y'all? I'm LoneeAppleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, and posting videos with your community so that we can grow, as well as putting a tip in the tip jar, shopping the merch, and purchasing your copy of What's the Best That Can Happen, all at LoneeTaylorArt.com. Yeah, sis, I'm sitting there, and I'm watching that video, and as parents, we all want to sit back and say, I told you so. Again, video that's going to drop before this video, I say we need to stop looking at things on the full-on extreme in order for us to recognize that it's a problem. So when we're sitting here and we're saying, I told you so, we are really withholding information from our children because all we told them was what the outcome would be. How many of you guys out there are not explaining yourself to a child because you're an adult? They don't deserve your explanation. Y'all really are not telling your kid. They're literally asking you why. They're like, why? And you're like, because I said so. How would they, like me and Dre literally got in an argument this morning because he was mad because the kids weren't pushing the trash down. And I was like, who taught him to push the trash down? That's common sense. For you. You don't know what your child knows. Have you asked your child what they know? We assume our children have our capacity, though we forget what our capacity of learning was. In order for our parents to have had the same, in order for us to wake up and realize that we're our parents, we have to be exhibiting behaviors that our parents exhibited. And what were the circumstances that our parents exhibited that behavior? So your kid is acting just like you acted. So for you to sit here and act like you didn't make mistakes, regardless of what your mistake was as a child. No, his mistake wasn't pushing the trash down, but his mistake was something. And we know this because he's replicating the same parenting techniques that were used on him, and I'm assuming he's using them in the way that he was taught to use them. So it's situational, which means your kid is exhibiting the exact same behavior that you have forgotten that you exhibited. You were perfect. You are looking at your next generation and withholding information, withholding opportunities, because you know when you tell a child that they cannot experience it, they're going to want to experience it more. But you are withholding all those things for them, all under the guise that you ain't gonna do that under my roof. But if they don't do it under your roof, then they have to go do it under someone else's roof. And if you wanted your child, let's just use our logical brain. If you wanted your child to have an experience that has an I told you so outcome, why would you not want your child to have that experience under your roof? So that you can coddle them, mother them, and guide them through it. Y'all call that soft. I call that raising an adult. Right now, you are housing your children. You are putting your thumb on them and saying, you behave how I need you to behave to give me peace. And the work in raising your kid and the stress of being a parent isn't the fact that you're actively raising your child. The stress of being a parent is you are trying to keep a human soul under your thumb, and it is fighting tooth and nail to be seen and to be heard. So when you're like, this child is so difficult, yes. Why? Because you're trying to keep them under your thumb and control them. And if you call that a soft-ass kid, then that's a soft-ass kid. Let your fucking thumb up. Let your child breathe. If letting your child breathe, if letting your child have an identity, if letting your child have self-love and self-worth, if choosing to go within and do the work necessary so your child does not have to go without to find their role model, if that's too difficult for you, if letting your child not have to exist in a home where the mother or primary caregiver gives and takes love away depending on her mood. And I am not talking about nobody but myself. And I woke up in February and I saw it. And I said, damn. So in that other video where I say I gave Bailey everything in the physical world that I could transfer, I did, but I neglected her soul. So now my child is 18 years old. She can navigate this world better than some of y'all adults because I gave her the game. But she doesn't know who she is. But she was aware enough to start seeking spirituality on her own and seeking whatever it is on her own. So when I finally wake up and realize, damn, I forgot your whole soul. Go watch a video if you need to learn about duality. I can't explain it now. But I was like, I forgot your whole soul because I forgot my whole soul. And my mama, or I was a motherless child, but whoever didn't raise me didn't know they had a soul. We have been soulless for a while, even though our soul has been in there. And we have been raising our kids, generation after generation, of self-hate. Self-hate. For you to get into my comments and show me hate means you hate yourself. You may not be aware enough to know that, but I am. So what I'm saying is, if you are sitting around waiting for the I told you so moment with your own child, with your spouse, with the people you have chosen to surround yourself with and love, outside of what you're replicating in your child, and then you complain about the child you replicated, who's responsible? Either the streets raised your kid or you raised your kid. And raising is an action. Raising is a transference to something to raise it up. You transfer energy, you transfer knowledge, you transfer trauma. Yeah, you transfer all that. Yeah, that's my real hair. I can't cut it off, and they're coming out before. So don't worry. Anyway, if your child is out there lost, it's because you transferred nothing. Because you waited for I told you so moments instead of actually telling them. Actually allowing them to have practical applications of these moments so then you can school them and walk them through it, not punish them. Knowing full and god dang well how to navigate it. Yeah, you can go to a party, they're gonna have alcohol. But let me tell you how to navigate that situation. You better not be drinking. And then when you found out your child was drinking or smoking or whatever they're doing, you punish them. You don't give them no awareness. You don't give them no information. Because I did the same thing. I took my kid down to the police station when she got caught with this activity. I, did the scared straight YouTube videos when she got caught doing this activity. I did all the things. I punished her. I took things away from her. My stepson was a John Doe in the morgue because his punishment was to take his cell phone away. So he did not have an ID card. Make sure your children have ID cards. But his only identifier, which would have been his cell phone, was at the house because that was his punishment. I ain't telling y'all how to raise y'all's kids. I'm just telling you to wake up and realize you putting your kids out there. You putting your kids out there. When we are in these relationships and we can't love our spouses, even though we want to, but we don't know how. How come we don't know how? Who was supposed to teach us? Parents, let's take responsibility of these grown-ass kids that think they grown, because you're a grown-ass kid that thinks you're grown. I'm a grown-ass kid that thinks she's grown. It's okay. Because when we admit that, we can save our children. And when we save our children, we can save our family. And when we save our family, we can save our community. And when we save our community, we can save us. So please stop coming over here hating. Please stop coming over here and telling me to be quiet. Please stop coming over here telling me stop begging, because I'm telling you I got merch. And if you want to give me a tip because I told you some shit that changed your life, then damn it, tip my jar. Stop begging. No, you stop being a hater. Stop spewing your self-hate over here. We are a community. We rise together. Every sis that looks out for me, she knows I look out for her. Every single sis out there, if she let her presence be known, because there are some people who have purchased things that I don't know who you are. But most of you guys who have tipped my jar, most of you guys who have purchased things from me, I know who you are because you make yourself known. And I'm big up in you like you big up in me. So don't get on here telling me to do shit until you figure out how to master your life, till you figure out how to master your kids without putting them under your thumb and replicating the master's plan. Oh, Willie Lynch looking ass. None of my business, though.